welcome back to StyleNovice. I'm Kieran and today's video is about showing you other ways of using common baby aisle items that you may have around your home if you too are a parent or caregiver. Now today's video is also in collaboration with a fellow Kiwi YouTuber, Fern, so do pop over to her channel which will be linked below, leave her a friendly little comment and let her know that StyleNovice sent you over. So the first item we're going to talk about is, of course, when you think of babies, nappies. Now the one way that I use nappies, and this may be something you have never heard of before or never thought of doing before, but they are a great way of keeping your houseplants and hanging baskets moist in those summer months. Now this is not something that I just found on the internet and thought, I will share that with the world. This is something I genuinely do with all our indoor potted plants and our hanging baskets outside. So inside of a baby's nappy, what collects all the moisture when babies go to the toilet is little jelly crystals inside the nappy. So what you want to do is fill the nappy with some water. Now I've used blue water here so you can see the process and actually see what the liquid is doing and the crystals absorbing it. Cut open the nappy, scoop those crystals out, and then you just want to mix that in with your potting mix. So what it does is it helps collect the moisture and hold the moisture in those plants, and as I said, it's especially useful during the summer months with hanging baskets that are out in the sun, just to trap that moisture in. Now you'll see that when I scoop the jelly crystals out, a lot of the padding from inside the nappy came with it as well. I have had more success doing this with toddler pull-ups because they don't have as much padding as infant nappies, but honestly that padding is just going to collect the moisture as well and do a fantastic job at keeping those plants moist. So what do you do with a soiled nappy once you've changed it? You put them in a nappy bag before throwing them out, and I love these things and I go through them by the hundreds. I always have a couple of boxes at home. These things are fantastic because not only do they have handles, but you can buy them scented as well. So I like to use these as little doggy poo-poo bags. They're also the perfect size for putting in little bathroom bins. So on to one of the more common items that you would think of, and probably everyone, regardless of kids or not, would have in their household: baby wipes. Or wet wipes. Obviously I don't need to explain the million and one ways that you can use a wet wipe, but often I do like to use them for wiping surfaces, for wiping little hands, especially at the dinner table. I'm not somebody that has paper towels around the house. I always have guests ask for paper towels and I'll just give them a baby wipe. And one of the other more common uses that I use a baby wipe for is when I'm travelling, which I don't do often, but I will use a baby wipe to remove my makeup. I would much rather use a baby wipe than a makeup remover wipe. I find that they can be a little bit stingy on my skin, and if something is safe enough to use on a baby's skin and a baby's bum, then it's good enough to remove my makeup. So for removing makeup at home, obviously I don't want to be disposing of a million wet wipes during the week, so the next best alternative and something that I use every day to remove my makeup in the evenings are baby flannels. Now these things are the perfect size. They are ridiculously soft. There's also one textured side and one soft cotton side, so it's absolutely perfect. I use the textured side to remove my makeup and the soft cotton side for my eye area. These come in packs of around 10 or 12. They're the perfect little size. They're also super thin, so you can use one a day, a fresh one every day to remove your makeup, chuck it in the laundry, and you don't feel like you're adding too much laundry to your workload, as you would if you had 7 heavy toweling flannels at the end of the week. So now I can hear you thinking that a baby wipe isn't going to get your waterproof makeup off, and neither is a baby flannel. What does get waterproof makeup off, and especially eye makeup, is baby oil. So if you're having trouble removing waterproof mascara or the liquid lipsticks that are oil-based, oil removes oil. So I pop a little bit of baby oil onto my baby flannel, and it's a perfect way to remove all that grime and makeup from your face at the end of the day. Another thing that has a million and one uses for the face is Sudocreme. Now Sudocreme is a nappy cream, and I like this one in particular because I use it for absolutely everything. My kids fall over, graze their knees, Sudocreme. My daughter's got an itchy bite, Sudocreme. The one way that I use this is I use this on spots. So after removing my makeup at night, after my shower, after washing my face, I will put Sudocreme on any spots that I have, and I find that it works miracles in removing spots. And also, if you couldn't help yourself and you've picked at your skin a little bit and it's a little bit dry around the outside, which you can then find hard to cover with makeup the next day, Sudocreme is really quite greasy, so just a little bit goes a long way. Pop it on a spot, and then the next morning you'll find that your skin has absorbed it, but it's left a little bit of an oil residue which your makeup can then stick to. So beauty uses aside, moving on to kind of fashion and wardrobe uses, talcum powder is a best friend to have in your wardrobe or at your disposal at all times. I don't actually use baby powder on my babies, but I do always have some on hand, and what I use it for is popping it into shoes. So in particular, slip-on shoes like ballet flats or casual canvas slip-ons that you'll typically wear without socks. 1, it soaks up any like sweat on a hot day. 2, because it is soaking up the sweat, it helps with odours. 3, I always put it in brand new shoes that I'm going to be wearing with bare feet, so it stops blisters. You give it a good shake around, get it at the toes, all over the sole, and then shake it down to the heel and make sure that heel area is covered. It will help with blisters with new shoes, trust me. And 4, obviously if you're doing this with any of your shoes, it's going to make your wardrobe smell amazing, and if you can sneak some into your husband's runners, all the better. So another thing that we always have on stock in the house is these old school cloth nappies, the red banded ones. These things are also super soft. They're easy to chuck over the shoulder as a burping cloth. I use them on my change table so that baby's bare bum and back doesn't have to be on the cold vinyl surface. I also use it to wrap around baby's neck as a big oversized bib while they're feeding, so no milk can drip down onto their clothes. They are just good for numerous baby options. However, the one other thing I wanted to mention is that we had to pre-order these baby nappies at the baby store just to get some when they came in stock, because commercial cleaners come to the baby store and swipe away all that stock because they are lint free, so they are also perfect for cleaning streak-free windows. So last but not least, I wanted to mention Vaseline. It's not something I have here with me today because it's not something I keep in the house. I don't find it all that great for chapped lips or anything like that, and I just use my Miracle Sudocreme as a nappy cream or barrier cream if I need anything similar. I have been known to put a little bit on my winter boots to give them a bit of a scrub up. I wouldn't recommend doing it on a really expensive leather pair of boots, but for a cheapy pair of boots that maybe have like a little bit of like water staining, I have been known to give my boots a bit of a scrub up with Vaseline. The main thing I've used Vaseline for in the past is, personally I don't dye my hair, but I have helped friends dye their hair, and whenever I do, I always pop Vaseline around their hairline and around their eyebrows if I'm tinting their eyebrows for them. I don't know why more hairdressers don't use Vaseline for that purpose, because so many people come out of the hairdressers with dye all around their face and all around their skin, and Vaseline is like cheap as chips. So that is my baby aisle life hacks. Do pop over to Fern. Fern has 4 little chillins in her household, so she is bound to have picked up a few tips and tricks over the years. Let me know any baby aisle life hacks that you use in your household in the comments section below, and I'll see you next video. Bye.